This is over one-third of Pakistan's total debt and also over 10% of their total GDP. So it looks unlikely that Pakistan will be able to pay this loan whenever it can or it can't. In that case, what happens to Pakistan? What happens to their equation with China? Will it change? We have seen how Sri Lanka suffered, and with Pakistan, the situation looks even worse. But Sri Lanka at least are making an attempt to make money and come back. Joining us on the show is Ambassador Suresh Kumar Goel, former diplomat. Dr. Sharad Kohli, senior economist, also with us on the program. Mr. Sumit Peer, political commentator, with us on the show as well. And last but not the least, Professor Madhav Nalapat, editorial director of the Sunday Guardian, also joins us on the program. Absolutely, so great points there. Dr. Kohli, situation in Pakistan, is $1 billion really going to help, and is Pakistan writing off a lot more against the $1 billion that it's going to get from China because of its desperate situation?
A very pertinent point, Vineet, because as an economist, I would like to, go into the terms and conditions of this loan. Because as Ambassador Goel said, and as Professor Madhav Nalapat said, you will literally see Pakistan becoming a slave of China. And it poses a lot of, I think India has a lot of points to think upon, because unless we know because I have a fear, I'm not sure if I'm going to be correct on this, but the way things are, I think I could almost be right that this looks like Pakistan becoming another Amban Tota. What happened in 2017 in Sri Lanka. This could be a classic case, because it is quite possible, because we do not have right now, as far as I know, the details of this loan. And Chinese loans are never benign loans. Chinese loans carry the rate of interest, for the information of NewsX viewers. Well, the usual interest rates in international lending from country to country, let's say for example, if we are taking a loan from Japan for, let's say, bullet train or for any other project, the rates are very, very friendly. It's about 1%, 1.25%. Whereas when China comes forth, the rates are never less than, let's say, 4%. It's always so the loan is very expensive, very difficult to service. But the interesting point here is that Pakistan knows China, that what vested interest China has in lending. And the second interesting case is China knows that this is never going to come back. So this is, to my mind, this is not a loan. I think I would like to make this revelation that this is not a loan, this is a deal. All we need to deep dive into and know is what lies under this deal. What has Pakistan agreed to do for China in return for this loan? Because loan is, by definition, loan means an amount which has to come back to you, which has to be repaid, which is not the case here, because the lender here knows that the borrower is never going to repay. So what are the hidden terms of the deal which the world, and in particular India, does not know? I think that needs to be revealed here. And if my fears are true, I have a feeling a deal on POK, a deal on direct military access to China, a deal on having a base of China in Pakistan, something very fishy about the geopolitical aspect of this loan is there, because Pakistan in no way in the years to come also is in a position to repay this loan, either by way of interest or by way of principal. Per capita is down, GDP is down, inflation is close to 40%, exports are down, foreign exchange reserves are near zero. There is no way Pakistan can repay. So I fail to understand why a lender would like to lend to such a borrower, until and unless you've got a vested interest and it's a deal. So that we need to know that what has Pakistan committed to China, what assets of Pakistan have been sold to China. I am putting this in inverted commas. Which assets have been sold to China, which assets have been leased out for 99 years to China. I think that Pakistan should table. In fact, I would solicit intervention of United Nations and other international organizations, that they should table, because something which IMF was not willing to do, something which UAE refused, something which America refused. Why has China given? I mean, there is something which is, as they say, dal mein kuch kala hai, and here the whole dal is kali. I think we need to unsurface that hidden secret.
Absolutely. Dr. Kohli, quickly please.
Well, I think I would say a word, Vineet, which will spell out what I'm going to say. It is going to become Chinese Han. Let's not call it Pakistan going forward. It's going to become Chinistan because, and I think India has a reason to worry here, Vinny, because if India gets surrounded by Chinese on the other side of the geography, I think India has all the reasons to be concerned because we've seen Sri Lanka, we've seen Maldives, we've seen Nepal. I think all these countries becoming slaves of China gives India some sleepless nights. We need to be concerned. We need to pull up our socks. Is all point I would like to say.
Absolutely, great point. So, all right, on that note, we're going to dip into a short break. Would like to thank all my guests for being a part of this very important conversation, more for India at this point in time, because Pakistan definitely does not know what's good for them. We take a short break, be right back.